And we are live. Hello everyone, welcome to the Alien Spaceship stream. You could be watching from anywhere around the country or the world, and I really appreciate every single one of you coming to you from the Spaceship Studios from a galaxy far, far away. Alright everybody, welcome. We will be switching over to the other screen. Alright, and it's I, Alien Spaceship. I hope everybody's been having a good evening and had a good day. It was very nice weather where I am today, and we are doing our evening weekend stream right here. Alright, and what I will do as we go into the stream, we'll be doing the game and talk about the different things we talk about. Alright, today I watched some Halloween horror movies, some of the classic ones. And House on Haunted Hill, some Vincent Price movies. It was really cool. Okay, so now what I want to do is switch over to get this game started. Alright. Alright. I think it's cool how they have the Kraken in the game. Now let's go. Now it is updating something in there. I was not expecting that, but it happens. Okay, let's see. It's just one file. It is updating. Now it's writing the file. Alright. Okay. It'll be launching now. I think the classic horror movies really have, although I like the newer ones too, I think the classic horror movies have a very interesting way they did their special effects, because there wasn't really a lot of ways they could do that back then with the technology we have now. So to see the creative juices working back then was so cool, and in a way, in some sense, it was more scary, which I thought was interesting. Alright, so here's the game. Here we are. Alright. Modify the pirate. I gave him a little skull cap right there. Alright. Now let's go here. It is like the 10 year anniversary of when they started this thing, right? So let's go into it. Alright, here we are in Cuba. Alright, so now we're going to go out into the sea and fight some ships like we usually do. And so you can see the water of two different colors right there. It's like the salt and the clear water. That's like what it's like. Interesting. Okay, launching the ship right here. Alright, so right now, ship is setting sail out there. All right, so now we got some of these ships. Oh, hello, Anna. Good evening to you. Welcome to the stream. I I hope you're doing okay. It's nice to see you here, as always. Yeah, and what I've been doing since the last two streams, we're doing the game again, and they've done some updates to it. It's quite interesting. And what happened was when I was yesterday, we were talking about some of the trials, and we had some conversations about things that's going on, like with the news and politics and stuff. And it was pretty cool. Yeah. And then there was like somebody that was it was a new person that was getting into a disagreement, and we did a good job at handling it when they were talking about you know politics stuff. It was chat did well. I am doing good. I am doing well. I what I did today is I was doing things with the cats a little bit earlier, and then I saw some of these older movies that Vincent Price did, and I thought they were pretty good. I think that with the older movies, although I do like the newer ones too, they did very well with their special effects. Although they didn't have the technology that we have now, I do think in some ways it was even more scary. Okay. And because when people didn't have what they have now, you would think that it would not be as good in theory, but it was actually in some ways better the way they did it. And I like the way people dressed back then. It was interesting time. Yeah. Yeah, scared. And, and as I said, the oh, hello, Lori. Great to see you. Welcome to the stream. So, because there is a person that was here that was part of the somebody else that I've not seen before, and Erin was she was mentioning the different things that are going on over there in Canada, and then she was accused of, which she wasn't being racist, but someone was accusing her of that, and the chat did very well at including myself, defending her, and people have she has a right to say what's going on in the different country, in her country, stuff like that, and I got the person to understand what they said was not appropriate, and the person understood, and then as I said, shot the Moki. She did very well, defending Aaron and the other people that were there, defending her. And then she was saying, "Oh, that Moki was calling her out and stuff." It's like you went and attacked their friend, and they're defending each other. So of course they're going to do that. And as I said, I wanted people to she wants to mention something, she can mention something, and yeah, just there's a lot of did I have to block? No, no, I didn't have to block the person left on their own, and we're encouraging the person to have a discussion with us, even if in a civilized way where you don't have to call people call people racist for having a different opinion. That's all we were trying to tell the person, but they left on their own. It's somebody they could have seen before somewhere. I just have not seen the person. So as I said, I did give them another point of view, and they did acknowledge that, and she did apologize, but she kind of was still getting a little heated. But I didn't have to block anybody, and we weren't trying to necessarily. We're just trying to have this person see a different point of view. And Aaron thanked me, and Loki had a lot of fun with it. So, yeah, and as I said, there's too much, I feel, the political correctness So if people just want to say something, want to let them say what they have to say. So like Erin has a right to her opinion without being called out, because it's always these people that will get riled up and do the name calling rather than just saying facts about something. So yeah, and if you were there, yeah, hello Joyce. You remember that from yesterday? Shout out to you, Joyce. So that was what happened yesterday, and as I said, chat did very well with it. Yes, it was a female. Yes. And as I said, Joyce and I were encouraging the individual to have just a peaceful discussion about it without having to call names. It's like cancel culture. People getting canceled. It's goofy. So, yeah, I appreciate how chat handled it. Right. Yeah, a fact choice. And it was so cool to see Moki in action, and she had a lot of fun with it. But yeah, it's and like what Moki was pointing out is that to not be these people want everybody to kind of conform and be too nice and stuff like that, but you got to stand up for what you believe in. It's not how this country was founded. It wasn't founded on the being too nice. It's good to be kind to all people, but and respectful, but you got to defend yourself in certain situations. And I just think that it's they're making a politics into like a religion where we got to chill out and just have a have a fact. Like if someone has something to refute an argument, let them refute the argument, right? Rather than just calling names. It doesn't get anywhere. And when something racist actually happens, nobody, like I said yesterday, nobody's gonna care because it's been used so many times. Yeah, so that's what happened yesterday. And we also talked about the trial that we're keeping up with. And it's an ongoing trial with the murder trial with Daisy. Anna said, hope they didn't say anything negative about Las Vegas. Scared. Oh, yeah, definitely. And that would have certainly been unacceptable. And Joyce said, we are sick of being nice. It has gotten us nowhere at this point. Exactly. And that's how you finish last. And that's why I was telling Erin she has a right to what she has to say. And I would like to see, and my goal would be to see a trial chat. Like Martin Luther King had a dream. I have a dream one day that the trial chat can have a political discussion. Yes, Joyce and Moki had it handled. Yes, that is true. Yes. They both did excellent. And as I said, I want them to defend their friends, defend each other. And defend what they believe in. And I want to have a trial chat where people can talk about these things without, we'll have them to walk on eggshells, and people could just say facts, and people could disagree if they would like, but they need to be respectful. And I just said, it's always sometimes this group of people seems to have a thing for this, and we gotta be the way our country was founded. But if we have to defend our position, and not, as I said, not be too nice about it. So as I said, I appreciate chat looking out for each other. That's good. And the person left. And as I said, Joyce was saying that we could have a peaceful discussion, a respectful discussion about it, but it looks like that wasn't an option, But yeah, so I would hope at some point, because I just feel the trial chats where I understand what the certain topics are controversial, and it is to have unity. I understand that, but I do think people should be able to talk about these things if they would like also. Yeah, so certainly a wild show for sure. And I have been, so that is the incident that happened yesterday and summarized. The rest of the stream was very good, and we had good conversations, and eventually we ended it for the night. And shout out to you all, chat. I appreciate you all here, and nice to see you, Lori. And right, and Joyce said she's more than welcome to come back and chat about it. Right, right, and very well said. I am familiar with politics, and it's like my second thing I like I'm interested in. Like, say y'all know me for trials, I'm also interested in politics stuff. So, and I've been in debates, I've been in discussions, I have experience with it. Past 5 years. So yeah, it's something you could say a speciality of mine. So if people want to challenge it, I'm ready. And I think we made great points yesterday. No, Joyce, nothing to apologize about. You did nothing wrong. I think you both did what you're supposed to do. And I thank you for being here. And hello, Moki. Great to see you. A great job yesterday, Moki. I was telling Anna about what happened. And as I said, Joyce, you and the chat all did very well. You know, and this is y'all's place to chill and hang out and talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. As I said, it's y'all's chat room. It's for you. So y'all do whatever you feel is best with it. Thank you, Joyce, for the kind words. And oh yeah, Mermaid. Oh, Mermaid, it's great to see you. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. And this is what happened. So yesterday, what Aaron was talking about things are going on in Canada. Similar how in this country we have the the migrants that are coming in, and over in Canada they are quite far out of kind of worse off than we are, in my opinion. And Aaron was making some commentary about it, and there is this person I'm not quite familiar with, but maybe they know from somewhere, and the person called, it was a woman. She called Aaron what she said was racist, and that wasn't really, that is actually not true in my opinion. And I was explaining to the person why that's not the best way to handle it, and Moki did a very good job along with Joyce of getting disciplining the person for their actions and keeping the chat in check and just showing that this type of behavior wasn't going to be tolerated. And I just also am very concerned that if this card is going to be used all the time, it's going to hinder actual racist things that may happen, because you use that over and over again, it's going to be irrelevant. So I don't appreciate the cancel culture, and I want people to be able to say what they want. And someone could disagree, but present facts and say something in the correct manner. So that is what happened, and the person was insisting that Moki was wronging her, but I told her she attacked her friend, and she was going to defend her friend, and we could have as Joyce said, we could have a peaceful discussion about it. But that's the person left, and I just think it is really atrocious the way these people handle these situations. Yeah, so shout out to the aliens angels protecting the spaceship from the fallen ones. But anyone could come and disagree. I think it's fine. Have peaceful political discussions. But y'all did nothing wrong. Okay, y'all did nothing wrong. Okay, I approve of it, and it's your chat room. You all do what you think is best. And I agreed with what you all did. Ah, thank you, Frog. Good to see you. Moki says, I've got movie on. Bill Skarsgård is so flippin' hot. I mean, really, he's smoking. He's a very good actor, and I really liked his... he was in Nosferatu. He was Count Orlok. Well, technically, it's called Count Dracula. With a Count Dracula, which technically is no Orlok. That's like what the... Okay. Well, anyway, to make a long story short, he was Count Orlok Dracula in Nosferatu, the new movie that came out. And Moki says, I would have responded differently if she had just disagreed with Aaron instead of calling her racist. That set me off. Moki, I agree. That is a very good point, and that's very noble of you. Because if we were to do something on the other side, the news, the media, the whole world would have collapsed. So, yeah, I think what you did was just, and she could have. I said she disagreed and could have made her commentary, and that's what she could have done. But instead, it was the other way. But as I said, I did tell her she was wrong. She acknowledged that she could have done differently. She did apologize to Aaron, but was trying to start something else with Moki, and it just, that's. I understand what she's trying to say, but she had to defend her friend, and it was right for her to do that. Because if you're too nice, if you were just gonna walk all over you like a doormat, okay, you have to set boundaries. I married woman. Bill Skarsgård gives me the shivers. Oh, yeah. He's a shout out to him. He was also in Pennywise, the clown. He was in that one too. All right, and Mermaid says, Smokey, they're lucky I wasn't there. Oh, she's lucky that Anna and Mermaid weren't there. There would have been an apocalypse, rightfully so, and that would have been epic to watch. D Sauce, and although I was conducting the conversation with like a conductor, she my D Sauce was eating popcorn and watching it. He was just like he wanted those ladies to go with him in a dark alley one day, because they'll certainly protect him and protect me too. Right, right now we have a streamer locally who rumored to try to end themselves. Super scary. Scared. All right, and Lori says, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear, and each one of us can be the teacher at any moment. Amen. Absolutely, I completely agree. And I think we all could have something to learn. That sometimes we could be a teacher, sometimes we could learn. That's a very, very good point. Frog turned pool into a hot tub. Yeah, and I appreciate the teamwork and the working together as one unit. Moki and Joyce are sweethearts. I mean, as I said yesterday, Moki's done so much for the channel and the chat and the trial chat group. Very much. Hilarious. Yeah, last night. Yeah, last night, as I said, was epic. Yes, Anna, you don't play, and that's what I appreciate about you, Anna, and the rest of y'all. Like I like people. I'm glad that I was blessed with people like y'all here. You know, I really am appreciate that because y'all need to do that. I have no problem with it. I can't. I will never stress that enough. That I really appreciate y'all doing that for each other because people can't be doormats. They have to stamp what they believe. Yeah, watch out for the quiet ones. Yes. Mermaid said, "OMG, Joyce, I can't even imagine you being feisty." Yeah, scared. Joyce is a pit bull when it comes to people she cares about. Facts. Facts. I got rid of those finally. I saw the box, used it for toys. Hilarious. Yeah, frog roast. Scared. Oh yeah, mermaid. I am very. That is a very concerning situation. It's very frightening about that. I hope everything worked out well with it. Oh no, I actually have to do a video tonight. I kind of forgot, but I'll be here till then. Oh, okay, understood. Yeah, so this is the island where they had a war and all these deleted pirates everywhere. You're waiting for hockey to start. Nice, nice. Yeah, hockey. I gotta catch up with it. The My friend likes the Nashville Predators. That's the only one I'm familiar with. Okay, Joyce, understood. Yeah, so this is some of the other areas. This is kind of like the pool rooms in a way, but kind of different. And Mermaid said, "There's nothing on TV here too, and there's a YouTuber streamer locally, and is rumored she's trying to end herself, and police was called. Several folks, I'm worried it's all active now." Well, thank you for telling us the breaking news. It's just really disturbing, and I hope that you know it is all in God's hands. I hope everything is okay with it, and God will take care of it, whatever the outcome is. All right, this is bro. He's like died in the bed. Yeah, the caves are. Yeah. What island? Oh, okay. Let's go to Port Royal. Miranda. There's a Halloween level that I gotta show you. Oh, it looks like the Kraken is lurking around. So I got to go this way. All right. So the Kraken's out there. I got to go. Of course, the Kraken will be in Raven's Cove. Why not? It's like the most disturbing island in the game. Only Stephen King movies on, and I'm boycotting him. Her name is Tofia, and people called her Low LOL cow, which means they made fun of the pathetic she is. It's sad because she's not helping herself. Oh, the people are just really evil. You know, people are just really evil. And thank you for telling us about it. And really cringe, really cringe. Okay. Let's see where this Kraken is. Allegedly, it's. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness, chat. I'm freaking out. There's the Kraken. Holy mackerel. Oh my goodness. Look at this, chat. Look at this. That's the Kraken. Look at that. Right there. Y'all gonna see it. I'm gonna put myself in this area. Okay, let's go. That's the Kraken in the water. That's a ship that's controlling the Kraken. I guess. No, that's where the Kraken is. Oh, it could take our spaceship. It could take our ship down. All right, that was the Kraken. Wow. Wow, that was crazy. Scared. And that's probably what I said. There is giant squid underwater. There are giant squid. And the giant squid. Well, we're going to Port Royal. Let's go. And the giant squid, as I said, they're in the pirate age. In the pirate age, there were these strange things that occurred where people saw. Oh, Aaron, good evening to you. A shout out to you, Aaron. Welcome. I am glad to have you here with us. Scared. All right, so we're going to get the ship repaired. So as I said, they had this incident happen where they had giant squid in the water. They've discovered them recently. So the pirate age, they saw a big squid. They saw a giant squid in the water, and they probably attacked ships. And there's probably truth to what they were saying. Wow, chat! I've waited for over like 13 years to see a kraken in this game. Oh my goodness, chat! And I'm glad that I got to experience that with y'all here. Wow, we saw a kraken. It looks like one of those like 90s or 80s movies, dragon looking things. It was still cool though. All right, look how dark it is in here. All right, so Miranda, this is a cave, a not a cave, it's a forest. This is a forest, and they made it pitch black, and it's kind of spooky. And okay, let's see, will that work? Let's go. Well, let's follow the map. Let's go in this direction. All right. There we go. Yes, you were just on time. And the reason why I say 13 years, they never had a Kraken in this game. In all my live streams, I mentioned I wanted them to put that in the game. They did. So they finally put the Kraken in the game, and I got to see it with all of you here with me. Okay. And now, extreme darkness. Let's see. I'm not used to being confrontational. I'll get better at it. I do better with honest conversations when people want to understand someone's perspective. I know, but like when people call people name, like the other person like calling you names and stuff, like that wasn't how we handle things here. So I don't like I like. So I'm glad that y'all handled it the way y'all handled it, because I don't want people calling you names, Aaron, when you're trying to say your opinion about something. And I understand it won't really like it's not something maybe usually happen. I'm used to it because I was always a political commentator for a long time, so I'm around it a lot. But yeah, I can understand it's a little bit of a it could be awkward. But you did great, Aaron. You did excellent. Like no one needs to call you any names. Amber Turd was the Kraken. She ate Johnny. He came back to life. That is a great analogy, because that did happen. Absolutely, very good analogy. Yeah, yeah. We got fired up. We're passionate for you. But how that person felt is literally how Canadians act in person. Lots of anger going on. Yeah, and you gotta remember. You see, the thing with those people, they take politics as a religion to them. They That's why they take it so seriously, and they think to achieve their utopia goal that they have to take such drastic measures because they don't have any. Like, if somebody had a argument to refute you, they would tell you the argument to refute you. They wouldn't start calling names because, like, say, like, you could say, I don't know, like, say some sort of argument about it, right? But they didn't do stuff like that. They just call names. It's like a kid on the playground does stuff like that. Hey, Aaron, OMG, someone was trying to insult you here while they met the right one. Right, right. All right, let's go this way. Hey, Miranda, I set myself up how I felt about Canada, which is an unpopular opinion here. So I got called racist. Should I tell my husband I'm racist? I know it's like, there's nothing racist about having an opinion, about something. It's not. It's just, it's completely, ridiculous. Because if people, I'll tell you, like, the quickest way to make things people more racist is to call them racist all the time for everything. It actually does the like I told a lady yesterday, it does the opposite of whatever they're trying to achieve. It's just, so yeah, exactly, good one. All right. My husband is Asian and incredibly racist. LO. So my Jamaican brother-in-law, all of us white people get nervous listening to them at dinner. I know, Aaron. You're surrounded by all those non-whites. I'm sure it makes it. I'm sure it's unbearable. Yeah, it's like, or a lot of these people are racist. The people that like call you that are the racists themselves, because they'll call people racist, but that's what they are technically. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, without even knowing a person or anything about them. Let's see. All right, finally. All right, chat. This is the Halloween part of the game. All right, look at this, chat. There's so many pumpkins here. All right, look at all these pumpkins. I'm scared. All right, LMAO, Aaron. Mine is Mexican and white, and he has a stereotype. He cook and clean. OMG, he's racist a bit much. I have to tell him to cut it out. But everyone jokes about stereotypes, but some people are flat out mean and say racist stuff, like trolls, like troll here. Right. Oh, how you handling since your procedure? You good now? I have a feeling this person was up the whole time, whoever they were. Yeah, yeah, very well said, Miranda. Very well said. Oh, that's good. That's good to know, Miranda. That's good to know. All right, so this is the where you got gypsies. It was a ghost gypsy, actually. It's a ghost gypsy. Okay, there's a cave up here we're gonna look into. Oh, Norm, I was thinking about you. That was some telepathy I must have done. Or I was thinking about you earlier. I'm glad you're here, buddy. Yeah, Norm, exactly. I had someone call me white supremacist. I then asked if that also makes me a Nazi by default. I know, right? All right, Miranda, this is a cave I've never showed you before. It's the Crystal Mines, right here. It's a very like gray, like undulating place. So I've like, it's like very quick, but it's also very mellow. It's quite terrifying, and but cool also. Yeah. So, all right, Norm. So the other day, Erin was saying her opine about things that are going on in Canada, and there is a new person. There's a new person I've not seen before, but maybe the others knew who that was, and they called her racist. And the chat and I proceeded to give the person a, a disciplinary action, I'd say, of not calling other people that. And I explained, Norm, as you and I have learned throughout the years together, is that when somebody's being, calling them racist, it's like anytime anything happens, they say that the racist, right? And then when something really racist happens, no one cares, And then when you that is no way to have a discussion because they never have a opinion. They never have a refutation. They just call people names, and though actually it'll push people farther away towards being sympathetic towards causes like that. Because it's not racist what she was saying at all. It's like it's a complete a straw man. Yeah, classic bubblehead projection. As we've learned, Norm, that you know they're really the racist ones, actually, and they call other people that because that's what they are. For and that and a party did that for centuries, the slavery and stuff. So it's like they're calling the other side that. So absolutely, uh, Norm, definitely. And these are all right. This I'm probably gonna get sliced up here. I've never been to this part. All right, look at all these crystals. Wow, it's so cool. Yeah, they're all mining in here. It's crazy. Yeah, I know I've seen Canada going right now. Oh yeah, you understand. Yeah, look at all these crystals. Wow, this is so beautiful. Of course, I'm being attacked by a dude with a pickaxe. And here's a dead end. All right. Show as much as I can before they try to slice me. Yeah, these are some more. Norm, I'm with you. People call me it also. I guess I was called that the other day. Someone called us retarded because of my politics. Yeah. All right. This is more. This is the tracks. They're all mining. They're mining that crystals and diamonds and things of that nature. Yeah, it's just I would say come up with a refutation. Like let's refute people. Let's like give a reason why they disagree rather than name calling. It's as I said, it's cancel culture. It's so ridiculous. All right, that's a rainfall. That is a waterfall. All right, there's a whole page about this lady in Canada. I don't know if she's a mayor or a governor, but she's Asian and people make fun of her. Well, I cry laughing. Yeah, right, exactly. Very well said. And the and the people, that's all they have to say. That's all they bark. That's all they bark. And it is completely ridiculous about what they keep on claiming. It's their Timu Sheen claims are nothing. So yeah, uh, yeah, they'll call. I know, like black people, they'll call black people racist too, or they'll, you know what they'll do? Like they'll call them terms, like they'll call them a derogatory term, like the N word. They'll call them like an Uncle Tom. You know, like I've known political commentators have said like the people that like will say the most racist stuff towards the black people that disagree with them is that group. They'll say all kinds of racist stuff to them. Well, I don't know why they worry about everyone besides their own country. Yeah, you know, and as I said, Miranda, the reason I think, in my opinion, there might be people that have been convinced that they're fighting for social justice or a cause against racism, and they just may be misguided. There might be people, in my opinion, the bottom line, the silver lining is this, is that these people, they want cheap labor, like a slave labor force, and they want to have that to save money, so they're going to do everything at all costs to justify it. That is the reason. Like, you know, they want like feudalism and say like the plantation days back in the old South. They in parts of the North, they wanted to keep slavery to keep the plantations and stuff running for cheap labor. So that's what I think the reason is. And they may, as I said, some people really may genuinely want to help others, or they think they're doing the right thing. You know, they're just misguided. And I want the liberals to come and talk to us and disagree with us, just like what Charlie did. But just be, you know, have a civilized discussion about it, you know, and not act like a sheen of banshees and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly, Miranda. Very well said. Of I call semi-retarded people tard tardred. Exactly, Norm. Exactly. And also, the and Miranda said Canada has people like Joe Biden not making sense talking about this scary. Yeah, I see if they can figure out what tard reddited might mean. Exactly, exactly. It'll be like them trying to find the center of a Tootsie Pop. The world may never know. Right, right, right. You know, and as I said, I believe, in my opinion, in natural migration. You know, natural immigration is fine. People coming in legally and respecting the country they're in. I think that's perfectly fine, in my opinion. But if you're going to have a problem another way, it's going to, you know, what are they trying to do here? I mean, I've seen videos of people like crackheads and stuff. It's like rich people. They don't care. They're laughing at us because it's like they get that cheap labor. That's all they wanted. And yeah, so as I said, these are the pumpkins. And this is in. I'm gonna probably get myself slaughtered over here, but we're gonna go inside the pirate ship. Canada sounds like it's got a major Justin Treese's problem. It can't stand them efforts. Yeah, you know, with Canada, there's another situation that occurred where they have this problem where Justin Trudeau where they euthanize people allegedly if they want to be put down. It was some like weird stuff going on over there, so it's scared. This reminds me of the first part of the movie when he went to the Flying Dutchman. Oh, look, it's actually a part of the quest to look for some. I didn't even know that. Okay. Okay, I gotta go look into this. Yeah, so absolutely. It looks like I have to go inside that ship. Oh, there I go. Okay, back. The shower was nice. Oh, that's good. Justin Trudeau never hear him talk once after Trump spoke, and he's so disrespectful. It's unbelievable. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yes, yes. I remember we saw earlier this year or last year. I don't remember when it was. When there was the truckers did a protest in Canada. I remember that, and I had some. I technically have relatives in Canada. Just my dad's family doesn't talk to them. All right, let's go out this way, and let's go see about this Kraken. Yeah, so Canada is, as I said, it. I love Canada, but they're having some problems over there. Definitely. How far am you? How far in me? How far am I from Ravens Cove? Let's see. Well, let's just simply go to Ravens Cove and just sail over there. Welcome back, Joyce. It's always good to see you here. All right, let's get this Kraken. Let's see if this thing's lurking around. Let's see. No Kraken right now. All right, we're going on Kraken patrol. All right, and Del Fuego invasion. All right, they're going to invade the volcano island where all the caves are. Now, and I think, as I said, with the movement, the they want to keep the masses not aware of what's going on. They want them all to be silent and not go against the system. And they have different political ideologies that are mixed in there that are trying to implement certain things. There's a whole checks mix of different reasons why they're trying to do that. But yeah, the and the dollar's value is going down, and the precious metals are going up. For instance, because of global inflation that is happening, and other factors that are playing into it. So certainly, it is. People want to buy their food. People want to buy their groceries and stuff, and not pay $1 million to get a banana or something. So yeah, I think it is completely. A lot of interesting issues are happening that need to be focused on rather than calling people out for saying their opinion on something. So yeah, Canada certainly is going downhill, and Europe, in my opinion, too. The the Kraken looks like it's out there. Is that a Kraken out there? That is the Kraken out there, chat. Oh, good grief! It's all the way out there. I might be tripping, but it has to be a Kraken. What else would it be? Okay, chat. This will be something interesting. If this is the Kraken. Something floating out there in those waters. Scared. Oh, and the moon's scary too. Scared. Alright. Going to keep on going. And I feel that they want division, and they want to divide and conquer. That's something else they want to do. Alright, let's see what the map says. Yeah, the Kraken's there. Good grief. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's someone battling the Kraken right now. Alrighty. Looks like they're taking the ship down. Oh, good grief. Oh, God. Look at the Kraken. Wow. Alright, the Kraken is lurking on the ship. Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's been a while since I've seen that, but that is something that I have seen happen before. Alright. Alright, the mark of the Kraken is on the ship. So that ship is being attacked by a Kraken right there. That's why that is there. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny, chat. Alright, let's see. Yeah, you know, the crack, as I said, you have pirate ships back in the past, and they'll be on the high seas. And they encountered strange monsters, and it does, as I said, they have found evidence of, in like 2005, that there were giant, oh, creatures in the water like that. Look at that, chat. That's the Kraken attacking that ship. Now, we are not engaging with the Kraken ship, So that's because they're achieved a certain level where they're able to fight it, because it wouldn't let me fight it in the game until I have to do some things for it to achieve that level. So yeah, that's it fighting the Kraken. We will do it again. We will do it one day. Yeah, that's it fighting that ship. Now let's see. Scared. All right, that's the Kraken during the day. You see, when somebody goes by the Kraken, when a ship goes by it, the Kraken goes away. So when we go away from it, the Kraken does it. Unkraken crewmate awaiting. Oh, look at that. It's attacking another ship. Over there. As I said, we have to... The seas are safe for now. It's the undead Kraken. You see, look, so with our part of the game, we have to go through a certain storyline to be able to fight the Kraken, and we'll do it on here one day. But, because anytime you go by it doesn't let you do anything. So, yeah, that's the Kraken battle. Okay, I'll watch that, Mermaid, thank you. Let's see. Oh, it sunk that ship. It took it down. The Kraken took that ship down. Wow. Wow. Oh, look, it's the casualties. They're skulls. Oh, wow. Oh, he's cooking pizza. That's great. Facts. Joyce, he's so silly. He's knockoff Eminem. Oh. Alright. Alright, so we witnessed the Kraken taking lives. It's the undead, so it's a zombie Kraken. It's not even the regular one. Wow, that's crazy. I want them to put a Kraken in this game for like 13 years. Like, finally they did it. On my streams, I was like, please, game, make a Kraken level. JROC, he's something else. Canadian Eminem with a hint of Dre, hints of Dre and Snoop. Nice. I've not heard of him. Let's not forget the hash on the front lawn. Scared. Oh, you don't know who it is either. Okay. Yeah. Well, thanks for telling about it, chat. I'll look into that. JROC. LMAO, and then I will never forget Ricky's shroom. So, yeah, oh, that sounds very funny. That sounds very funny. I'll be interested to look into that. I like Tom McDonald. I like Tom McDonald too. Yeah, he's very good. I don't know who Rem is, but I'll look into him. Yeah, yeah. Tom McDonald, like he is. I like his message, and he's very skilled and as a rapper. He's very skilled, and I like the positions he has. Of yeah, very good. All right, let's go here. Bubbles is level-headed, but those shopping carts, though. Oh, yeah. That sounds so funny because you could do so many funny scenes with a shopping cart, especially in a music video. M- Miranda, you are a legend. I really appreciate that. That's great. Until you lost your hat. Oh, okay. Oh, G. Joyce, yes, poor Bubbles. He's got to keep his Santa. He's scared. All right. Yeah, yeah, I like someone try me, and I've been with Antifa face once. Oh, really? That had okay. You would do excellent with them, roasting them definitely. I like to know your stories about that. Because your experience with these people is really insightful, and I just like to see the stupidity of these morons. Like they have no conscience. As I said, they just go with their emotions. They don't try to do anything like productive. I do believe like I'm against fascism, but I believe these people that are doing these riots and stuff like that, they're not really believing in anything. They're just causing trouble. Alien LMAO, I spit all over them on accident, screaming, and they just recorded it, me, and they're nuts. So they deserved it. Yeah, they can't even define what a woman is. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, they cannot define what a woman is, That is true. I remember I was watching one of Charlie's replays, and they can't even, like, for instance, they can't say, like, when you ask them what a woman is, they get into this philosophical discussion. It's like, what is it? What isn't it? And I'll tell you what they think. Okay, I'll be more straightforward with you all and tell you what they think, which I disagree with a lot of their theories, of course. But this is their theory. They think that the gender is a spectrum, and they think, like, I'll say, like, the person's brain is, like, wired to be like a woman or the opposite gender, and and they, like, say they were born in the wrong body. That's what they think, like a spectrum. Like, they'll call it like a spectrum, and they think that the gender is a spectrum, which I know it sounds very confusing. So I don't know. There's a man and a woman and something in between, and there's all these different things in between. So that's the thing that they think. But I will say that people could have thoughts in their mind, or think there's something, or maybe their brain thinks it's something, whatever it is. But we're born with biological parts and things originally, right? So we cannot completely omit that fact. I mean, there wouldn't be any transitional things happening if you didn't have that. So no, a woman is, someone with these parts that can give birth, that was born in a body, right? And I believe mentally too, but people could disagree with that. But when you ask these people that, they're gonna go, "Oh, you're racist. It's a this and that." It's like that's not reality, and absolutely. So basically, they said they will be deported if they're legal and they have their own day. And Trump won. That's a Trump rally, and they had something to argue over. They had nothing with questions. Okay, and Anna said one guy said a man, and paused and said a woman. Hilarious. Right. And let me tell you, if you have uterus, you can bear a child, give birth, and breastfeed. You are a woman. Thank you, Joyce. That's what I think a woman is too. Regardless of whatever they claim mentally they are. I mean, I think that is what defines the two genders, in my opinion, as well. And they also baggaged their drums and sirens and danced with our MAGA hats on around, and they got red hot angry. Scared. Even, also, if they bang their, okay, and even if you can't do that, they still have those parts. You are a woman. Joyce, man, I would, is a woman being XY chromosome, amen. I can say mine are bigger than yours, but that doesn't make me a man. Well, LMAO. Yes. Yes, definitely. All right. But yeah, we're sinking ships left and right, Max. All right, let's gonna go to the zombie island. XX, sorry. Okay, yeah. XY is male. Yeah. Yeah. I identify as Sheen. That's what I identify as. I identify as Sheen and some days Timu. And if people think that I'm an alien, I'll get without the Timu Sheen, I might get triggered. And yeah, so yeah, that is also another factor because like you'll have like I think that people I've talked to this before about different groups is that if you have a person that's a criminal or a creeper, they can try to masquerade as a woman to go into a woman's area to do something evil to a woman, right? And if a person wants to be around people that were born the same gender that they were, I think there's nothing wrong with that. And I think that men usually are physically stronger than women usually, and if you have them in a certain activity, a sports activity, it would harm those people that are women that trained and were athletic and did their thing. I just think that's not fair because if there's someone named Tiffany over in Asia, right, and they're transitioned perfectly, where their body and everything is just like a female, right? And but you got these other people who are, which I don't, as I said, agree with it or anything. I'm just saying that that's something that occurred in Asia. But you have people that are like me or some big, and also just some man with a wig on his head. Yeah, can completely outpower a woman. Definitely, definitely. So I think it is completely Timu cringe and Sheen cringe, uh, where they will have that, uh, because it's not fair to the woman that really worked out and did their thing. That is one topic that is infuriating to me. If you want to be woman, cool beans, but don't engage yourself in a female sports or locker rooms. I agree, Joyce. Absolutely. All right, and Mermaid said, I think that kids shouldn't be allowed any sex at all, and trans and religious people to have crossed that line. I agree, Mermaid, absolutely. And it says a lot of commentators on YouTube say that Charlie Kirk shooting was inside job, like deep inside inner circle, and those psychics and tarot card readers too, and then started seeing that the tarot card readers. Okay, thank you, Anna, for the information. And yeah, there's all kinds of different theories going around about it, and rabbit holes are interesting to look into and discuss. Yeah. Moraine said, in the female sports also, how is it fair that to let trans person who's truly a man overpower a girl and destroy science of it all? Yeah, I mean, even the USSR, Soviet Union, wouldn't have done things like this. It's, as I said, people could do transitioning if they want to. They have a right to do that. I just think that they have to take into consideration that if there was some sort of a way, maybe in the future, they could completely transition their bodies where it's completely like a woman, where they're not overpowering women or making them uncomfortable, because it would hurt their cause that they believe in if they're people are repelled by it. So if it's not completely transitioned and they still have attributes of a male, and they're doing these things messing up women's sports and stuff, it's not successful, and you're going to cause people to be against your goal. Like the people calling people racist every day. It's like, if you call people racist every day, you're going to hurt your cause and have people be against what you believe in. It's going to backfire on you. So they're emotional. They have no logic. They're no kind of intellect to them in this specific incident. So that's why I would highly advise them to take another approach. And people have a right to disagree or a right to not like these things that they're doing. Right. And I've heard that too, and it was an inside job. We all caught the guy. I cannot believe Candace Owens. Have you heard of what she's saying? Mermaid, I've heard what she's saying, yes. And it says, saying Trump won't finish a term because he has dementia, and 8 saying about text sound like saying he was Epstein's scene, didn't say stay on those. Now, okay, Trump was not on the island. He was saying he was never, like, he was not involved with it. I do think that they could have done more with the Epstein thing, but yeah, I don't. He was saying he wasn't on the island. Oh, I'm on Epstein's island right now. I just kind of snuck in here. There's all kinds of creepy ghouls and stuff. And so, yeah, this is Epstein's island right here, by the way. And yeah, definitely. I don't know if I can delete you if you save by the blood of Jesus. I guess I delete body for sure, but the soul, witches, and dislike good witches. Just people saying Charlie caused what happened to himself. So if you disagree with someone, then you should expect to get assassinated as well. Then just not okay. Oh, evening, D Sauce. Welcome. Exactly, Joyce. You know how arsonizing that is for people to say stuff like that? I mean, in this country, you have the freedom of speech, and I may not agree with every single thing he said. I mean, we're not all going to agree on everything, but that doesn't mean people have to be murdered over it. But I agree with pretty much everything he says. But, like, just for the record, but it's. And as I said, I have a mutual friend, like somebody that I know knew him, by the way. But basically, with Charlie, he has a right to say whatever he's saying without being murdered over it. Like, we're supposed to be in a democratic republic society where people could say what they want. I mean, and he was peaceful. He gave the other side a place to talk, and you see these evil scumbags. They're like the, uh, Banana Republic, Wilmar Republic type situation. They just want, uh, you know, they think we're just be nice and docile, and they could just go roll over everybody and uh, destroy everybody. That's not reality. That's not what we're going to stand for. So, uh, it's what do you do in these situations when you have people like that? Like, they hate our country, they hate everything we stand for. It's a complete abomination. Right. Absolutely. Yeah, Miranda. Candace hot on heels of life in Inner Circle. And OMG, yes, I've heard that too. It's crazy, crazy times. They're saying exactly what's wrong with Joe Biden and Anna. Like, goodness, I can't believe what she solid she is. I would have never expected to run. I said Trump was never a drinker. He liked chicks, young, but adults, and any Epstein dealings was business. And Anna, the evidence that we have and proof at the moment is that that's pretty much all it was. Yeah, that's what it seems like it was, in my opinion, too. All right, and I never expected this to happen to Charlie Kirk, and I agree they wanted to end Trump and still don't. Yeah, didn't. Yeah, and Anna says, Miranda, she said Charlie's her bestie, but as a female, I feel like it was more like love. Right. And all right, this game reminds me of Fortnite. Yeah, it is like Fortnite. Yeah. All right, and Miranda, she said Charlie was arrested. Okay, and I'm scared about Epstein's situation, but here's where I got shocked for us, right wingers. MAGA released the Epstein files. Obama judge no. Scared. Right. Right. You see, watch this. We're gonna watch Alien Spaceship right here. Oh, okay. It's all cool, Joyce. It's all cool. Right there, instant deletion, instant termination. All right, and all right. Mermaid said, and she has nasty crush on Charlie, and I'm glad you see that too. So did a few other women. How disrespectful to Erica. And then Mermaid said, I don't know how you can be married and say all that, but that's just me. And I said that's Israel's government offered like 100 million to Kirk and turned it down, and they took him. It theoretically took him out. There's a lot. Yeah, there's interesting information to look into about the different theories about what the reason could be. I've seen different things like that floating around, and They're all interesting to look at and take into consideration. And I and then she about that last night. I'm not like so that apologize. And although Joyce, you have nothing to apologize about. You did fine. Yes, right on, Anna. A lot. Yes. Okay, and please, Joyce, don't apologize for what you thought was right. I was completely on your side and Moki's side. That's very sweet of you, Sauce. Very sweet of you. Oh, Anna, you could say whatever you want. It's fine. All as I said, all opinions, all ideas are welcome here. Thank you for saying your thoughts about it. Yeah, I've heard the different theories about the situation with Charlie. Yeah, it's an interesting discussion. And it certainly is a wake up call, and I'm glad that people over the world were mourning his passing, his assassination that happened. You know. All right, and let's go here. All right, and whoever's responsible, like they all need to be held accountable. Whoever responsible, just like with the JFK, we never really know who was behind it. There's multiple shooters, and yeah, it'd be nice. I believe that no one could outrun God's will and His justice. No one could outrun it. But eventually, I believe in time, people will, the truth will come out. Everything. That's why I like the internet. How people are able to talk about what they want. I don't believe in censorship. I believe people could criticize different people in different countries and groups without being criticized. I think it's important for us to do that. So Anna, and chat and Miranda and Joyce, everybody, I appreciate everybody's thoughts and opinions on this matter. And said, rest in peace to Charlie. And I I am continuing to look into different theories, and I've heard pretty much. I know about all of them right now, but I'm continuing to also investigate them myself. All right, so let's go here. Yeah, but he was really good with the campuses that he was on, and he was making a big impact. That's why he took him out. Whoever group or people or person or persons took him out, whatever the truth is, he was too influential, and he was very close to the president. And maybe people are concerned he might influence the president, this way or another way. So he had a lot of power, and he was on college campuses helping people see another point of view. So they certainly want to take him out over those situations. And yeah, the JFK theories are intriguing. Yeah. All right. And yeah, they should all be that everything should let investigate look into, and that is as I said, the best way to go. The way we have, and some opinions may be true, some opinions may be false. Yeah, but as I said, he was very influential, very powerful, and he probably would have been a future president one day. And I think he's a lot like JFK, and concern for America, and we have to free ourselves from whatever is causing all these issues, right? Definitely. Because I just think that the mainstream narrative that we're told about different topics and different things are not always as it seems. And Mermaid says, I talk to myself in here all day to alien LOL. Yeah, yeah, definitely. And yeah, so also we have DSaw saying, "Hey Alien, have you watched the Family Guy JFK remake? It has Mayor McCheese, absolutely hilarious." Oh, I gotta watch that. Family Guy, their satire is so funny. When I'll tell you a story about Family Guy. So when I've seen many, of course, many Family Guy episodes. When I was a kid, I really wanted to watch it, but Mary Toodles didn't think it was appropriate. And like one night, I at some point, they allegedly I was trying to see it or something, and I got in trouble for it. And when I got a little bit older, I looked at it, and it's very funny. It's a very funny show. And after, of course, when I got older, I watched it online. I watched it on TV. Said it's a very excellent show, very brilliant. I have one of the stuff. I have a stuffed one of the characters, like a stuffed animal version of one of the characters. Yeah, I like it. So I'll certainly be interested in looking at that. And also, South Park is good too. South Park is good too. All right, Anna says saying a high-powered rifle would have been explosive with the exit of a bullet and analyze the bodyguards after the shot and the guys making hand gestures behind Kirk right before the shot. Oh, when G was here, uh, during the time we were covering the Charlie Kirk assassination, she did very well with that, I have to say, and she was very cooperative during that coverage. She was pointing that out, and she was the one that brought that to my attention. And yeah, now what's his name? Michael was saying is that the bullet went up into his brain. It ricocheted from his bone into his brain. That's why there was an exit wound. But we don't, as I said, maybe not. I mean, we never know. I mean, it could be that. And as I said, and a very good points about your theories about it. And I think it's very concerning about these theories. There certainly may have truth to them, definitely. Because I've seen some stuff too, and myself that I'm researching. And there does certainly seem to be, it seems to be scared. A scared situation. All right. And as I said, everyone has a right to have theories about it because we want to know the truth because it may not be the mainstream narrative. You never know. So that's like with aliens. I want to know about aliens. I wanted to be very when he was saying my buddy's saying there's aliens. There's a planet 10. Everyone thinks he's crazy. He said I'm going to believe in it. And look where I am now. Look where it got me. Look at us now. So yeah, you never know. It could be true. It could be true. You never know. And and then Anna says like Bob's Burgers. Yeah, yeah, hilarious. Uh, Hinka cheese. Sorry, hunka cheese. And don't get me started on watching Bob's Burgers. It's all over it. Yeah, yuck, that's sick. And I saw the bullet was stuck somewhere and paralyzed him, and I didn't watch it and still won't. Oh yes, yes. Gives you something to think about. I'm only telling y'all what I've been watching all day, and I don't know yet. Okay, yes, you're welcome. I don't know if you're welcome was the right thing, but yeah, you're welcome. And thanks for the information. Yeah, I'm still looking and I'm also looking into it myself. We're both learning about this together in our own timing. And I believe Oswald shot and hit JFK. Yep, absolutely. Now with JFK, I don't know if there's other motives. He was speaking about an alleged secret societies that were controlling the country that he wanted to expose. There's all kinds of different theories about that. If other groups wanted him to be taken out, there's things in the Middle East. There's about the nuclear weapons and stuff. There's all kinds of different rabbit holes to go down under. But yeah, definitely that is the narrative about it, and it's probably what happened. But there's also multiple shooters allegedly too, and but all the people are deleted dead now. So, that may have been involved with this. So I think that he was asking a lot of questions, and he was standing in their way, and there you go. That's another possibility. So as I said, thank you, Sauce, for your take on it. Yes, Sauce. I've heard about the Mafia too. I've heard about the Mafia too. Uh, there's just so many of them. uh, there's theories that the Mafia wanted to take him out. Also, Marilyn Monroe is allegedly assassinated by them too. So yeah, there's many different theories about it. Thank you, Sauce. Joyce said, "Are we talking about something else?" Scared. All right, and Anna said he would be paralyzed if he lived because it's severed his spinal cord. I agree with that, Anna, and I'm thankful for your analysis about it from that field because as a former nurse, because yeah, I am an amateur. I don't know anything, but the way his body froze up and the way it hit him, yeah, definitely would have paralyzed him if he lived. Yes, and I agree. Politics and big money is shady. Yes, definitely. Ah, yeah. Mookie says Monroe was deleted, killed because of what Kennedy's told her about the aliens. Yes, yes. Well, sounds like saying even me report may be screwed with who knows. Yeah, yeah. It's certainly a mystery, a rabbit hole for us to investigate and look into. Oh, look at that beautiful moon chat, and Miranda likes the moon. Got to go now. Be in the background. Okay, Miranda. Thank you for hanging out with us, dear. Take care. Oh, you're watching hockey and eating ice. Nice. All right, we're gonna go up to right through this ship and take it out. And then Anna says Marilyn was screwing JFK and Bobby. I think that's why she was taken out. Yeah, and I know that they were having an affair. Of I don't know if she was having an affair with Bobby or not, but I know she was having an affair with JFK from my opine, and also that could be a possibility too. Ah, we made it. Okay, now it's time to let's go to an island somewhere. Somewhere over here. Let's see. Let's go to one of these crazy islands out here. Jimmy Hoffa is a good theory as well. Jimmy Hoffa. I'm not familiar with that theory, but it sounds interesting. It'd be interesting to look into for me. Yeah. Moki hit the like button. She forgot. Oh, I appreciate that. That hit the like button. I appreciate it. As we have her Saturday night party. All right, we're going to hit this with the cannon. All right. Uh oh. Uh oh. Now we're going to. This is where Davy Jones is, I think. Let's see. Drop the anchor. Okay, let's go here. Yeah, I have the banded sea globe already. Oh, hello, Judy. Good evening. Welcome to the stream. All right, so no, it was the Christmas song "Santa Baby" that was originally sung by Eartha Kitt in 1953. Marilyn Monroe is famous for her sultry rendition of "Happy Birthday to Mr. President" to John F. Kennedy at Madison Square Garden in '62. So he sung her happy birthday. She sung him "Happy Birthday." All right. I got some news that happened a couple of days ago to talk about that Lori told me about. So when I was okay the other day, there was this thing that happened where oh in New Orleans there was a discovery of these big old skank. uh, okay, there is this thing that happened where they found these tablets from the ancient Roman times from 2,000 or 1,000 years ago in the city. It was a grave marker from Roman soldiers. It was either brought here or maybe they sailed here, something like that. I have to look at the whole story because I did look at the whole story, of course, but to get it completely right, I need to go back because that detail, if it was brought here or if they sailed here, is something that I don't quite recall. But yeah, so they found some people in their yard and they were looking for it, and they found it, uh, and it was from 1,500 years ago or so. Yeah, it was quite fascinating. Bobby's wife Ethel and Jackie probably took out Marilyn. Yeah, there you go. Merlin had 6 toes and 1 foot. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. All right, let's do this. Oh, we gotta use this one now. Oh, I'm on fire now. I'll get away. Ah, I worked. All right, I survived the battle with 1,000 cuts. Ah, Sauce says Maryland saying 60 happy birthday to JFK with audience and Jackie right next to him. Ah, yeah, she was like the ultimate troll. All right. Blades and sorcery. Yes, yes, that is true. Sauce. Yeah, blades and sorcery. Oh, so oh, okay, Judy. Yeah, last night uh we had an incident. We had there's an incident that happened. So there is this. Erin was talking about Canada and her opinion about what was happening in that in that country, not country, yeah, in the country in Canada. That with Canada there was this political situations going on, and she was saying her opinion about it. And then what happened was there's a user that I'm not really familiar with, and she was calling Anna racist, and they and Moki and Joyce tag teamed her and did a very good job at explaining to her why what she did was wrong and keeping her in Timu Sheen check. And I explained to her the logic and common sense that calling people racist, it's going to repel people from her position. It's going to discredit actual racist things that happen. And Erin is not racist. Her statement wasn't racist. And I think that another approach. She apologized, of course, and said that, she disagreed with what she was saying. But you know what happens next is that, lo and behold, she was saying that Moki attacked her and was not being respectful. And it's like, he attacked her friend. I mean, she was going to defend her friend. I mean, people need to stand up for themselves. Like, and I want the chat to feel safe. I want them to feel like they can talk what they want to, and I want them to know that I have their back in these type of situations. Yes, that's exactly. I'm glad that you like Erin, and Erin did fine. She, and if you were here, you would have. And if Miranda was here, and Anna was here, I mean, she would have been nuked. She was nuked yesterday, but she would have been nuked even more by another nuclear group. So yeah, I mean, as I explained to her the logic, and I persuaded her to see her position was it was not right how she handled it. And I was like, she wanted me to go condemn Moki. I'm like, Moki did fine. I mean, she had to defend her friend. I mean, I have no problem with that, and they feel it was the right thing to do. You never know, Miranda. It could be. I think this was someone else, but it could have been. You never know. A reoccurring troll. Yeah, Anna would have gone nuts. Yes, and I love it when Anna does uh, defends our chat. She does great. He's always a beta drinking, makes a new account and comes here. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I understand. Thank you for your insight. He always gets drunk, right? You know, yes, that's true. He's our boogeyman. I got drunk too, but guess what? I don't attack my family or you guys ever. I promise that. Yeah, that is true. And thank you, Mermaid, for letting us know. Uh, we love and care about you very much. You're always great. You're okay, man. Oh. Alan would always get drunk. That guy. And he would say, sometimes he would say things he shouldn't really say. But, like, y'all in the chat that do, like, the drinking game and stuff, y'all are fine. Just, yeah, sometimes you get out of hand. You get out of hand sometimes. And Mermaid said Alan was kicked out. He loves picking on us girls and sneak dissing the low key telling rude Sheila to us. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, he gets weird. Yeah, yeah. Right. Well, that's good, Joyce. Right. And Alright said Joyce Allen was kicked out months ago because he was just being odd to Alien and Us Girls too. Yes, yes, that is true. Yeah, G Sauce, D Sauce enjoying this show. Yeah, my bro has another popcorn night. Eating popcorn and got his movie drink. D Sauce doesn't even, he does not need the movie theater anymore. He doesn't need Netflix. He has this. That's a different Alan. What we're talking about. Yeah, that Alan is married to a woman named Erin. Not the Erin here, but another Erin. This Alan is a different person. Right, right, right. Y'all two weren't here. Yeah, yeah. Just when he would drink too much and he'd get a little, he would get out of hand. Yeah. There's a couple other times before he was banned, he kind of got out of hand. And a couple of times. So yeah, just alcohol does things differently to everybody. D Sauce said very true. I canceled my Netflix and Amazon. Yeah, well, there you go. There you go. All right, wandering around here. I'll probably go to the volcano island at some point. Oh yeah, understood, Joyce. Yes. At first, he was cool with me. At first, but yeah, just when it was when he would drink, he would get out of hand. Loki said he hit on Alien and then got mad when he was rejected and has been trolling ever since. He got us pretty good not so long ago. Yeah, that's true. And as I said, I have no problem with people of different orientations, but I am, straight and, yeah. So obviously, I'm not dating other men. I'm scared. All right. Thanks, chat. I appreciate it. And yeah, so these are some two. All right, and Anna says something funny. Let's see. Did you see that Daisy Inc. You wish it would have been there for that. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was something. It was something. Yeah, and I tried to, I just kind of gave him some boundaries, and he just wouldn't really uh, apologize or say anything like that, and he just kind of kept on going. I'm like, I'm not tolerating nonsense here, so yeah. And Anna says, did you see the Daisy Link got pregnant in jail by getting sperm from a murderer passed through a jail vent and known in June thought she would get out of jail. This guy's mom has a kid. Yeah, that was wild, Anna. That was some Monaco toothpaste stuff. Oh, Judy, there's so many people to hammer. Uh, uh, you're just gonna have to do whack a mole. And whenever we do the phone lives, which around Halloween we're gonna do a phone live about the the situation outside with the decorations, and maybe there'll be some trolls. Then Joyce and Shaq and Whack-A-Mole. There's some really messed up people in those phone lives. There's Judy will kick their arses up down the street, definitely. Anna said, never even seen each other, just get talked through, then sperm plastic wrap and use monostin injectors. Yeah. I do my nails better after a few glasses of wine than I do without it locked that in. Yeah, but as I said, Joyce, you never caused a problem to anybody, neither did Moki or anybody, because we do the drinking game when the scared drinking game. Y'all are fun. But yeah, just some people like, for instance, my father was not did not do well with alcohol. Me, I'm fine. I don't, you know, I've not drinking in a very long time. Well, I had some wine recently. I had wine recently for dinner one time, but I don't really drink that much. But yeah, I'm just kind of like sleepy, kind of like ooh doo 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 when I drink a lot. I'm even more like I get just silly. Yeah, can't use it in court. Oh yeah, exactly, Anna. They can't use it in court. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Scared. Crazy that the prisoners each put it long along their air vents till it gets to a recipient. Unreal. Yeah. The stuff they do in these prisons is wild. Well, if it's in your DNA, I wouldn't take a chance, alien. Right, right. And although I have drank before and nothing bad happens, I'm fine. But that is true about the predispositions, definitely. But the the alcohol with me, I did not personally have a bad reaction with it, but I just more focused on these other things and stuff like that. I don't really do it often at all. But thank you, Joyce, for your concern, and that is true about the genetic stuff. But my dad was just into doing partying and stupid stuff, and he wasn't really. It more or less had to do with his irresponsibility, and he had some just. It was a person to stay away from. But I'm completely different than him in a lot of ways. He had some problem at some point. I don't know what his issue was, but I'm not like him at all. But thank you, Joyce. Thought they let her out because of a baby. Yeah, I don't think they let people out because of a baby. The committing a crime. Yeah, I just think it is a really poor idea because that certainly didn't work out. I don't, if someone does a crime, either pregnant or having a baby, they're not going to make it. Oh yes, yes, and thank you, Joyce, for sharing your experience with it. And you understand, like like what I'm talking about. Yeah, and I appreciate that. Admin says we currently investigating the log out some players are having logging into the game. Thank you for your patience. We will apologize. Yeah, because it takes a month to log into the game. Parental grandmother has it. Ah, okay. Okay. You mean the baby with the baby? Okay, with the baby. Yes. Thank you for the with the trial stuff. Oh, and Anna says, "Man, I had a lot of cappers in my youth from drinking. Oh boy, yeah, yeah." And yeah, and going here. Going this way. Yeah, fun times. Yeah. I remember like I like rum obviously because the pirates. I like various types of wine. I was always careful with it. I always was responsible with it. I didn't overdrink, like to the point of getting drunk. I, really intoxicated. I'm not even like, I don't want to be incapacitated, basically. But I don't go. I do it like in a safe space. Because I wouldn't want someone trying to take advantage of me or, things like that. I was actually warned, like, to not do it out in public because someone might try to snatch the alien. No, you have kid and family takes it foster system and she's damn dumb. Do send she talk to other prisoners. Exactly. Mermaid said, "I'm half drunk and late to my own show. Here we go." Yeah, yeah, that's funny. Scared. All right, I'm ready to go off. It's funny. Yeah. So, uh, amid the login issue should now be resolved. Thank you for your patience. Yar. Oh, facts. The game fixed the login issue. Well, shout out to the admin. Shout out to the admin. Okay. As I said, when I was one time, I was designated drunk but didn't drive. That's good. That's good. One time, like I was with some friends and did it, and as I said, I was told like how to do it properly because uh, it with care and to not mix up alcoholic drinks, like to not mix up light alcohol with dark alcohol because it will mess you up. Like a little buzz is enough. Oh, hilarious choice. All right, here we go. Let's go this way. All right, it's going to be twisting around in this angle. Yeah, and so there's that, and New Orleans has different types of beers that are pretty cool. But like when I was doing the YouTube stuff, I just want to focus everything on this instead, and that's why I did. I don't really do it as much. I drink it like on a holiday or some rare occasion sometimes. So what I like is rum and lime. That's very good. But as I said, I don't drink. I don't overdrink though. As I said. Joyce, I'm still listening and reading, just putting up makeup. Oh, that's cool, Mermaid. Max. Anna says, F. Florida Audendale strip, go from bar to bar, rock and roll band strip was a long strip of bars, and every year had spring breaker invasion. That sounds like it would have been a fun party. Anna, definitely. And tell your show peeps I said hi. Oh, to Miranda, I think. Got scared. All right. Enough liquid courage may join Miranda, JK. Hilarious. All right. Yes, rum and coke too. I like rum and coke also. Have had that. All right, Mermaid said Anna, and I am recording a video. It's just a short film here of me just doing weird game, and game is weird. And oh yeah, Alien sounds so good. I give me double heartburn, but hey, I'm all for it. Crown and Coke or Parrot Bay with pineapple juice, yum. Oh, that sounds like a cool drink to try. Okay, thank you. That sounds. I've not. I know about Crown, but I've not had. I don't think I've had. I've not had that before. But I had something similar to Crown before. I did. It was something similar. I was so dehydrated. I'm sure. Yeah, Joyce, just stop it. Dangerously delicious. My brother and I went to mountains this previous summer and had to a Parrot Bay for us chung, and my shoulders immediately locked. Oh, scared. Crown Royal is a potion called Cloud Nine. It makes you feel so warm and happy. It's insane. Oh, interesting. Anna says, not enough makeup on Earth for anyone to watch my videos if I made one. Oh, scared. I would watch you, Anna. Scared. You are. I would love to watch whatever you had to do. The lovely, beautiful Anna. Mermaid says, my sweet friend Anna, it takes guts. No matter if you feel you look good or you feel you don't, it's tough. Yeah. It's all over, yeah. Vodka and grapefruit greyhound. Ah, interesting. Thank you. I had vodka before. When there's this abandoned house that some of family's friends used to live in before Katrina, that was abandoned, and they let us take stuff out of it, and it was like a time capsule. Like stuff, there is a a thing, a spray can that was from 2003. That was in the same spot. It did that house didn't flood really that bad, and or at all. Oh, thank you, Anna. You're welcome. And the I remember going in there, and while I was doing it, this is when I was drinking some vodka because at the time at my friend's house when we were doing it, and as I said, I was taking stuff for the family to bring back here, and I said I was perfectly fine, just functioning as I usually do, and I was yeah, I had some I was drinking some vodka. It was just it was pink. It tasted it tasted pretty good, because I liked it. Yeah, but I was kind of like, well, I was like, wow, I was functioning normally while drinking this. Scared. Actually, I'd probably get viewers to tell you the truth. I'm pretty funny. You are very funny, Anna, and I love your commentary on different topics. And I would love to watch your channel. All right, Joy said, "Sauce, I haven't done the grapefruit juice, but I am down." Yes. Oh, you know what I like? I do like tequila. The tequila is good too. Oh, okay, Randa, understood. And oh, yeah, that's what you're having. Yeah, and oh, good night, Judy. Thank you for hanging out with us. Peace. Yeah. So, oh, okay, Miranda, you understood about you and the alcohol. Okay. Yeah, I like margarita. That tastes really good. Oh, I have a picture I took. The margarita bottle next to the elephant ear plants. It was a big bottle of it, and yeah, that was so good. That was so delicious. All right, tequila, mezcal are the best to have. It is has the worm. Oh yeah, yeah, okay. I've heard about that one. He saw, so we'll have to try that. It's awesome. You enjoy his favorite drink. Pink vodka had a funny name. Right. Don't eat the worm. Yeah. Scared. And as I said, I've had mead. I've had mead, which is it was from California. I said all kinds of different wine. There's a gothic wine that I got that was very good. I had a bunch of different types of wine, and also I like a white wine. But predominantly the ones I got mostly were the red wine. Now there's a a champagne or something like that I got that was pink. That was a French one. That was delicious. It was so elegant looking. Joyce said you two would shut me down quick if I had a channel. Scared. Dylan Mulvaney dressed up as Jesus. Scared. I know about that. Bloody Mary is my favorite will drink. I can't do Bloody Mary. He said. She says. Oh, me too. You just gotta do only one thing and not get personal on there. Oh, cause yeah, there is one time somebody was like talking to me, trying to like figure out where I lived and stuff. There's this dude that I encountered, and he was trying to tell me that, he wanted to know my name, where I lived. It just he was upset. He probably wanted to date me or something. It's just I wasn't interested. Yeah, Moki. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, definitely. Moki. Oh my God, Lord! Like they weren't already infuriating enough. Yeah, yeah, absolutely agree. I'll look at something right back. I'm walking across the room. Let's see. Just curious what the names of these things were. Okay. Yeah, definitely mermaid. There are a lot of creeps on there. Yeah, yeah, it's very cringe. Yes, a mermaid. I agree about that with about Dylan Mulvaney. Yes. All right. Now, the types of wines that I got were different French types of wine and some Gothic type styles too. And there was the other ones. Let's see. I saw that there's the I'll tell you about the mead, and there's different types of rum. It's like has the Hawaiian, kind of looks like Hawaiian. Oh yeah, I agree, Moki. Moki said, I find it so insulting when men claim they are women. Get effing real. I know, and women go through their own struggles and go through their own things in their own lives, and to be somebody just putting on a wig and saying it is they are a woman when they're not a woman, that has to be quite infuriating. Especially when the men get offended when you don't call them the wrong gender, or if you say an offensive tweet in England or some stupid stuff like that. It's like it's society's been really soft. Yeah, so I do agree with you, Moki, definitely. Yeah, I think certainly seeing you in Charlie Kirk's chats also, and you go, and I love that you're totally right. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, shout out to Moki. Very wise. 30 years ago, it wasn't like, I think it wasn't as the way it is now with the stuff. Although I appreciate the technology we have now, though. Trans people should be okay with being feminine boys or masculine boys. Girls, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, pronouns, yeah. Noki said, I love Charlie. I started reading the Bible after he passed away. I mean, he was murdered. Uh, after, and he's a legend. Yeah, he definitely is a legend. That's very true. I shot the Charlie. He will be missed. And Moki said, Miranda, it's like Charlie Kirk was awesome. Still affects me to this day. Yeah, Joyce, absolutely. Me too. And he is. He'll never be forgotten, and we will continue the discussion that he had in his work. And Moki said, "That's what I think too. Like just be gay, dude. Right? Exactly." These sauce's pronouns are f off. Right. And Mermaid said, "Moki, just be traditional gay. If it was so okay, the normal. Why is it new to have and having it normalized? Exactly. Exactly. Like people should just be gay if that's what they are, and not have to do all these other pseudo scientific things. It's like Timu cringe. We love trans people, but adult trans children do not trauma. They're traumatized and have no body parts to have babies. I think that's completely disgraceful for them to do that to the children. It's so evil. Like, you want to give children a chance to do something else later on. Their lives are ruined. Doctors mutilating kids is unnerving, unless it was Hitler. I will say that the speaking of Hitler, it is very essential to understand. It's very essential to understand a very important fact is that the not the Third Reich during the concentration camps they did lots of experiments on people, and Dr. Mengele did experiments on uh, people as well, and that is like they're always calling us the fascists and stuff, but that's what they did. They did these weird things, these scientific experiments on people and stuff like that. So, yeah, I definitely do agree with you, Miranda, about that. And what's her name? Moki says they hijacked the gay rights movement too. Monsters. Yeah, that is true. They did hijack it, and they made it into some Timu stuff. There's lots of gays that do not support this type of behavior. With children, they just want to do their thing. Like being gay is not all these other things they added to it. Yeah, they definitely hijacked it, and also they hijacked the civil rights movement. Like they'll associate it with the people of color too. They hijacked all the movements. Hello, 666. Good to see you. Sup with your guy? He has purple hair. You change the gender. Oh, no. He is. At the moment, he is leaning male, but sometimes he might be gender neutral at moments. He certainly does have the different hair. Yeah, welcome 666. Good to see you. He sometimes could be fluid. Well, it's good evening to you, sir. I'm glad to have you on board. I played baseball and basketball. Oh, that's cool. I like those sports. Shots, Mary Toodles. Yeah, Mermaid, that is true. They cannot consent. Right. All right. Right. Exactly. It's social cognation, yes. Oh, they finally won a game. It's good to know that they won a game. Uh, I'm not really I wasn't aware if they did or didn't. Okay, so I know hockey was on, but I wasn't too sure what the scores were. Okay. All right, yeah, this is an island with a bunch of critters on it. I'm scared. Oh, okay, 666. Thank you for letting us know of what's going on. Get well soon, buddy. Main reason I homeschool, no one is convincing my kid that he's another than being his awesome self. Absolutely, Joyce. That is what you're supposed to do as a parent. You know, that is. I'm glad that you also are taking your kid out of that situation. He is terrific and amazing as he is. Doesn't need to be anything else. I have to tell. Okay, okay. Here I go. So there is this. I'll tell you what happened yesterday. 666. It was a. All right. So I'm gonna swim out here, and we're gonna have an alien story time. So yesterday, Aaron was, which I wanted people to talk about whatever they want to talk about on here, and without being a feeling that had to be censored, because a lot of times in a trial chats they don't let people talk about anything. So he was. It was not she. It was the woman. It was a woman that did this. So Aaron was talking about the things are going on over in Canada, and okay, 666 says I seen last night, Mookie. You're right. That tuna smelling chick with the one Michelle, I would have said something to. Okay, 666. He saw it. He saw it. Oh, happy birthday to Buck. Happy birthday to Buck. Yes, I agree, 666. Thank you for being. I'm glad that you were on the same page with us. Although it's okay if you disagreed, that's fine too. But thank you. It's good to know that you're on the same page. You saw that show last night. Yeah. All right. Mermaid said, "I tell my children to the leave the school if they try to force them to do trans stuff." Yes, Mermaid. Uh, Definitely, and Mary Toodles would also feel the same way. Yeah, the Mary Toodles was showing me something about where they wanted to give kids an experimental the yeah, sure, the vax. She said she never would have done that to me. Yes, Joyce said I may have let the cat out the bag. Okay, Joyce told me today. Oh, okay, okay. You got to see the replay of it. Okay, I'm glad that you know to know that you looked at it. Okay. Moki said she tries not to be mean, but they attacked her millennial. Yeah, they cannot attack your millennial. And Sauce says it was epic. Yeah, bro, as I say, he was like, I'm not. He's like, he canceled Netflix and Amazon. He's like, nah, I don't need this no more. I need. He's gonna chill and watch this stuff going on. uh, 666 says, I had to unleash my Gen X rage. Yeah, Smokey. And I wanted you to do that, and you are free to do that anytime. And 666 says, Michael's parents were confused. Michelle's parents were confused on whether they wanted a boy or a girl, so they went halfway and gave her one L instead of two in case they wanted to name it Michael. Yeah, and that traumatized her for her whole life. And she didn't really having kind of belonging. So she had the masculine authority to call people out for being racist when they're not being racist. Yeah, absolutely. Moki said, Sean, it was noted that you would have gone bananas. Yeah, facts. But I'm glad Moki and Joy said something. And y'all say something, especially it's not. It's like I don't even know who that was. Y'all say what y'all gotta say. I said, and I would like to see one day in the future a trial chat where people could talk about politics and what they want to do without feeling they need to be put in a box and hide in like a clamshell. Like people need to say what they gotta say. Like if you could have people in schools doing stuff to kids like that, I mean, you could go have some rage. Yes, that is true. And it's true. That is very true. I thought that was awesome. Yeah. The name of the person was Michelle Mermaid. I went off calling Callie. Yeah, Callie. Yeah, I got no issue on going off with anyone. Starting with my peeps on Callie. Yeah, on Callie. Yeah. Oh, okay, understood. Okay, and Joyce said she had no bras. Come in with some bras and we can chat. Otherwise, Shuddy Town bus is waiting for you. Facts. Facts. Yes. Well, birds of a feather truly flock together because I don't stand up for anybody's shield, not even my own mother. Facts. Oh, you saw the comments. Nice. Yeah, well, yeah, certainly on the spaceship, the aliens' angels will defend it. Moki had me dying. I said, "Well, Moki, I didn't expect it from. She's not like that. I'm actually very much like that, but I tried to bite my tongue." Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why last night when Michelle wanted me to get Moki to calm down, I'm like, nah, we gotta. I was just like, let her cook, let her and Joyce cook. Facts. Moki, do what you feel is best. Okay, I'm not gonna stop you. All right, you earned it. You earned it. You done so much for us. 666 says she was crying about free speech and name calling, yet she came and called Aaron racist. Isn't that name calling a effing moron she is? Yep. Yep. Joyce said, we need a lost and found bin because she was surely lost and he found elsewhere. Oh, God. Yeah. There is an incident one time. There is some college kids in front of some plantation house somewhere, and Mary Toodles was saying something, and they're calling her racist. So they just call everybody racist, like over anything. And Mary Toodles certainly is not racist at all. It's like the people that say that are racist ones. Mary Toodles. Mary Toodles.
Why?
There was some drama yesterday in chat we're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And most of us talk ish and can give it and take it, but Erin doesn't talk ish, so I wasn't going to let her take it. That's very sweet of you, Moki. Mermaid said Erin's racist for wanting better for Canada, then we're all racist. Yep. Yeah. Normally I don't chime in, but it was uncalled for. Yes. And understood, Moki. Understood, Joyce and Moki. Like I'm not going to jump in and defend Remy. Yes. And y'all do what you feel is best about that. Cause I understand that she's had some issues with some of the ladies sometimes. And Mermaid said, "I'm glad Mary and I are like, love it." Yes, yes, that is true. All right, all right. 666 says, "Let me know, and I will commend you, man." Yes, yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad that y'all are defending each other and defending the spaceship. It's very important because it's encouraged here to do that. All right. 666 says, right, Mermaid, Moki said, "Nothing against her. I'm just saying I'm not going to defend someone who fights with people all the time. Aaron is a little innocent angel." Oh, I agree with you, Moki. And yeah, she certainly, I do agree with you. And I understand that Rem has definitely, I've seen her fight other people throughout time on the different, streams and stuff. So yeah. Aaron is completely different, yeah. Certainly a little angel. All right. And understood, Moki. Saw says I was trying to simmer it down. I even went ding 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 for the ladies and got in the corner, but then it was too late. Yeah. All right, Mermaid said if people would try to speak up and defend one another, and there would be more people alive to this day. Yeah. Yeah. And he would speak up and defend people like that. These also I know would have said something. It was out there of line if someone goes after people I know. Yeah, I don't like that too. When people go after people they know, is really, I definitely agree. All right, and Joyce says my thoughts on Remy is that she is an attention seeker, and that is a pet peeve of mine. You want attention elsewhere. At some point, people need to grow up. Yeah, I hear what y'all are saying, and she certainly shouldn't be, you know, acting like that. I agree, and people, got to grow up and mature and act, go with each other online and stuff like that. Because y'all are fine. Like you and Moki are fine, I think, and I know y'all have had some issues with her, and also other people have had issues with her too. And although I get along with her, but still, I understand. I don't. It certainly needs to act appropriately in the chat. Yeah. All right, Murray said, "Oh, dude, you guys were all here. I even said something really horrible to somebody here who hasn't seen it anymore. It was a guy. Alien saw it. Okay, no thought of that. Yeah. Okay, and 666 says, "See, I probably tried to take Michelle on a different channel. What I try to take Michelle to a different channel. What I mean is, I'd rather ask her to go to Epica 24/7 and tall people still fight on alien feed, and it deter people coming in. I don't want to do that. Okay, understood. Understood. Talk to alien. Okay. Okay. It was Caravel Man. It was a chat, and he was saying something about Charlie Kirk's death. Even offered cocktails as well. Oh yeah. So as I said, people. I have no problem, as I said, with people disagreeing with, say, like with Remy, for instance. Although I get along with her. If y'all have a disagreement about Remy or something, I don't mind you all talking about it. It doesn't. Oh, I don't mind that at all. If y'all have anything to say about it, doesn't bother me. You know, feel free to say whatever you want. And yeah, Smokey, you missed that one. Yes. Yeah, Mermaid says, Smokey, Caravel said here after we watched the funeral memorial Charlie Kirk that Trump was going to F Erica and memorial was all cash cow grab. I cussed him out and Alien was here. Yes, that is true. And he apologized for what he said, but yeah, it was very inappropriate what Caravel said. That's true. Yeah, it's Caraville, yes. You got the name right, Mermaid. And I'm sorry I couldn't hold it anymore. No, Mermaid, you did fine. No need to apologize. You did the right thing. He usually doesn't act like that, but I told it was inappropriate the way he did it, and he did apologize, but yeah, it was completely inappropriate. Yeah. Yes, Moki, absolutely. Moki, you are all the real memorial. I saw you there and chat and be stalkish. Love you all in your comments. Not disgusting. My phone's about to die. Happy Columbus Day weekend. You need the help. Just have Joyce grab me and have a good night, though. Have charge my phone. Okay. 666. Good night to you, buddy. Thank you for being here. Moki, sorry. I made Alien kind of. Oh, you didn't make me upset. You did not make me upset at all. I didn't mind it. And I didn't say anything against you at all. Uh, and yes, I was not upset at all. No. I didn't mind what you did. You did what you had to do for the spaceship and defend Charlie and Erica. Yeah, so, no. I had no problem with what Miranda did. No need to apologize. I want you to do stuff like that to defend the spaceship. All right. Anybody wants to talk about anything, I don't mind. It's people shouldn't feel like that being a clamshell. Like say like Remy, y'all could talk about that. It doesn't bother me. Whatever y'all want, whatever it is, I'm here to listen. Yeah, and I highly respect Charlie, and I have a mutual friend to him, and I was influenced by him a lot, and I don't want anybody, liberal or conservative, being disrespected like that. So God bless you, Mermaid, for what you did. All right, all right. Mermaid said, "So people get weird anywhere. It's just how emotions go. I know you defended me, Alien." Okay, yes, okay. I'm glad you acknowledge that. But thank you for what you said and checking up about how I feel. And that is very polite and noble of you, Mermaid, to say about the emotions being high and stuff. And you see, the other people don't do that on the other side. Like you do that. The other people don't acknowledge like what they're doing. Stupid Kraken scored. I do like the name Kraken though. Yes, yes. I watched Memorial and missed that. Okay, Joyce, it was right at the end. You and Moki both left when this happened. Interestingly, sometimes Moki and Joyce, especially I won't address to Moki, is that sometimes when y'all leave, people start to get all heated up. It's really hilarious if you think about it. It's like right when you all go, people do stuff. It's like they wait for the teacher to leave the classroom. Yeah. Yeah, like I think that Moki is not racist. Aaron is not racist. I don't like it when people try to do that attack on others like that. Oh yes, okay, and that's good that a mermaid that Moki was there, but she was with us too. Moki was with us too. She was probably at both. But whatever she did, that's fine. I'm glad that she went over there. Moki said Joyce and I are the chat police. I hate chat police. Yeah, yeah, because I don't want y'all being. I want Moki and Joyce to handle it, and no one tells Moki and Joyce what to do. They can police the chat, and Anna too, and y'all can do it collectively. That's fine. No one's above them. Joyce said, honestly, it would have all been bad if I was your alien. TBH. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Maroon. Right. Right. Moki said, I think there I was there for a second, but I was mostly here. I felt like I'm losing it. Good evening, Officer Joyce and Moki. License and registration, please. Scared. Scared. I was watching TV in here, and I was bawling my eyes out. It was a blurry, honestly. Yeah. Ah, your dog ate them. Well, I got something. I'll I'll be watching the Turning Point halftime show. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, facts. Hello, Bootsy. Hello, Todd. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well, Todd. Thank you for hanging out with us. Joy says, I still cry at times over it. I know, weird, but it just hurts my heart so much. Yeah, definitely. It was very traumatic, for all of us to go through. It's called secondhand PTSD. Okay, and Filling out to the shore. Let's see. Every night my heart hurts thinking about the little baby girl because she was at an age where she could have known a little bit more about her daddy. Yeah. And she's not going to have that. It's really upsetting for a child to have to grow up in that type of situation. No, Todd, I didn't hear about that. That's really tragic. Oh no. A helicopter crashed in LA. Scared. Okay. Sauce says he'll surrender to Joyce. Scared. Oh, understood, Moki. I'm not familiar with that situation. I'm not really offended anything about Bad Bunny, but I just don't know him or care. Old Jay Z, who is in charge of that, doesn't care about who actually watches. Yeah, I'm not completely familiar with the situation, but yeah, there's conspiracies about Jay Z, of with like playing some of his songs in reverse. Is scared. So yeah, I've heard different controversies about him. Yeah, never will go in one. Yeah, noted. I'm not gonna go in one either. All right. First one you watched was January 14 of 80. Oh, that's pretty cool. Wait a minute, Moki. I know what you're talking about now. It's the halftime show. I saw that. I saw that when it happened. Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, I just didn't know what the name didn't ring a bell. Todd said the NFL Super Bowl halftime shows have absolutely sucked last 10 years or so. They weren't worth it anymore. I don't know anything about Bad Bunny, but I don't know that I'm. I do know that all my racist friends that hate Donald Trump love him. Oh, okay. All right, I gotta hit the sack. Hopefully, you all tomorrow have a good night. Okay, Joyce. Good night to you. Soon I'm gonna be ending it myself at some point to get some stuff done. But you're not gonna miss much, Joyce. Thank you for hanging out with us. It's very nice talking to you tonight. God bless you. I see you, Bubbles. Moki, yeah, very good point. They need to make it American. Yes. Yeah, I like. Oh yes, I agree, Joyce, about Snoop Eminem. I like Eminem stuff. All right, Joyce, you have a great night. Always a pleasure to chat with you. Yes, that's very sweet, D Sauce. Okay, let's go this way. Drop like that. Oh, you could do backstrokes. Oh, that sounds like it would be really cool. That's a good idea. American Badass, yes. Bubbles, I hear you, you little dirty kitty. Scared. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. This. Bubbles? Thought a cat was in the building, had to check. Hilarious chat. I'm 28. Blast Kid Rock. We the people. Let's go, Brandon. Yeah. Elder Rock. Oh, scared. All right. Bo's currently asking Alien for food. He's codependent. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go see what he needs. Be right back. Okay, mermaid. All right. Let's see. Oh, we'll bring Bubbles over. Here he is. All right. Oh, mermaid. Bubbles is doing good. He's today. I spent time with him while watching the Vincent Price movie House on Haunted Hill. We had I fed him today, and we spent time together. He's doing fine. He's doing fine. He looks just like Gooby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So with Gooby must be his cousin. Yes. Yes, yes. Now he's fat. Yeah, he was as big as Gooby. He was small. Now he's fat. Yeah, cats do that. Yeah, definitely. Yes, I have seen of clips of Gooby before, and Gooby does look like Bubbles. If Bubbles is looking, he knows. He knows. Yeah, and very beautiful cat you have. Yes. Yeah, too. Yeah, he is. Yeah, definitely. And Bubbles loves catnip, and I like playing with him. Now, Normal the praline cat has been a little bit was sick the other day, but now she's doing better. So one of the cats was a little sickly, but now she's doing better. Yeah, definitely. All right, and let's do this right here. Okay. All right. So come on, come on, game. All right. All right. So there's some things that I need to get done, and so I'm gonna be ending the stream. We had a very good time tonight, but we'll be wrapping it up. All right. Mermaid said, "Thank you." My son said he was Gooby, and my cat likes all that too. He's kind of still poos in the bed. It's because he's afraid, and he goes if the kid touches him too much. Oh yeah, cats can be feral. They can be afraid, and getting some pads, some bathroom pads, is good because we had a cat like that. It'll go to bathroom different spots. That's good where the cat will go on there instead of somewhere else. And hopefully at some point you could learn how to use the cat box because there's like a kitten cat box you could get with a kitten litter. If it's a youth, that is something else you could do. And yeah, that's understandable. And I'm glad that you got the kitty. And hopefully, as I said, he will over time it will be grow up to a very nice cat. That's good. Yeah, so I would think you would. I would think you would because we did tell you how to do it. So yeah, and I'll also like a little bathroom like with a little dog mat like they use for dogs or going to the bathroom. That would also be good too. Oh, that's good. It goes into the box now. Yeah, but if you ever had an issue with it, just do the other trick. That also works. It was the cat we're speaking of was a very elderly cat. All right. Gooby walked in a year ago, so he's just a bath in the bathroom sometimes. Oh, okay. Yeah, he has a lot of growing up to do, and it's good that you're guiding him like that. He told the chat hello. No, he's not scared. All right, and we walked in a year ago, so yeah, and I really appreciate that when people take care of the pets and the cats because you'll have a great times with them. Yeah. Right now it's just Bubbles by himself, and he likes doing his thing. It's basically his house. He owns the house. All right, so at this point, I'll be ending the stream. I want to thank you all for being here and hang out with us. It was a very great Saturday, and we will continue to have these discussions. And I appreciate the transparent, and no one should feel like they can't say what they want to say about any topic. Feel free to say what y'all please. And thank you, Miranda, for telling me the updates about your cat. Shout out to your son too. Very nice son you have, and very cool. I'm glad you're taking care of the cats, Gooby. And thank you all for watching, lurking, listening to me. And y'all have a great weekend and take care. Peace. Well, hope to see you. Hope you see my video. I'm sure you do. I appreciate you for being a fan of mine also. Yes, Mermaid, I will check out your video later, definitely. And you make very great content. I love watching you. I'm so proud of you and what you've achieved. You're doing very, very well with it. And it's growing very fast. I always like it when people make their own content and stuff. It's always great to see. I think everybody should do it. Yeah. Good job taking action. Yes. Shout out to you. Let's see if it was going to work. Is the balloon's going to work or not? All right, let's see. If it doesn't, that's fine. Oh, there we go. Balloons.